Sam Altman has finally spoken about his relationship with OpenAI whistleblower Suchir Balaji, the young Indian-origin researcher whose mysterious death continues to spark global controversy. 26-year-old Balaji was a UC Berkeley graduate and worked at OpenAI for 4 years. In November 2024, weeks after accusing the company of copyright theft, he was found dead in his San Francisco apartment. Now, in an interview with popular American talk show host Tucker Carlson, Altman described Balaji's death as a great tragedy and said he was like a friend. The OpenAI CEO backed the police ruling of suicide, saying Balaji had purchased the gun used and that he had spent hours reading everything he could to understand the tragedy. But the interview grew tense. Carlson pressed Altman, suggesting Balaji was murdered. He pointed to alleged signs of a struggle, cut surveillance wires, and blood found in multiple rooms. Carlson also insisted Balaji showed no signs of being suicidal. However, Altman pushed back sharply by saying that he truly believed it was a suicide, adding that he never expected to face accusations of murder on air. But that wasn't the end. A longtime critic of Sam Altman and OpenAI, Elon Musk, chimed in later on. After Carlson's clip went viral, Musk wrote just 3 words on X: he was murdered. To this day, questions over Balaji's death linger. What started as a whistleblower's warning has spiraled into one of Silicon Valley's darkest mysteries. And the fate of Suchir Balaji has turned into an unsettling chapter at the heart of the AI revolution.
Stay with us as we uncover every twist in this chilling case. And if you want more thrilling and investigative true crime stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for the next dark truth we expose.
Before the interviews, before the debates, there was silence in a San Francisco apartment. Two voices now tell this story, one from the corridors of Silicon Valley.
So you had complaints from one programmer who said you guys were basically stealing people's stuff and not paying them, and then he wound up murdered. What was that?
Also a great tragedy. He committed suicide.
Do you think he committed suicide?
I really do.
Have you looked?
This was like a friend of mine. This is like a guy that, and not a close friend, but this is someone that worked at OpenAI for a very long time. I was really shaken by this tragedy. I spent a lot of time trying to, read everything I could, as I'm sure you and others did too, about what happened. It looks like a suicide to me.
Why does it look like a suicide?
It was a gun he had purchased. It was this is like gruesome to talk about, but I read the whole medical record. Does it not look like one to you?
One from a grieving family who says the official account is incomplete.
We should be getting to him soon.
Yeah. You think there was a systematic cover-up involving OpenAI and others to close up this case?
Yes, this is a botched investigation, and we are going to file a complaint against SFPD. We are also going to we have filed a complaint against ME, Medical Examiner Association, and we will sue them. We'll sue the SFPD, we'll sue the ME, and whatever it takes for us to get justice for our son. Everyone who came in the way of justice it's a crime, and they need to go to jail.
Have you ever tried to question Sam Altman directly, OpenAI, take them on?
No.
Why?
No.
Why? Because your son's findings were against OpenAI.
We have indirectly opined, we have indirectly pointed out that it could be OpenAI, because who benefits from that, right? Only OpenAI. The motive is OpenAI. Who gains from his death? And what is the cause? It's OpenAI, we know, but unless we get the direct evidence, according to American laws, we cannot talk about it directly.
facts are simple and verified. Suchir Balaji was found dead in his San Francisco apartment on November 26, 2024. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner and the San Francisco Police Department ruled the death a suicide. But the conversation didn't end there. It widened into public debate, media scrutiny, and a clash of narratives that continues today. Months of speculation followed the autopsy. For the first time, the head of OpenAI addressed it directly. In September 2025, during a televised interview, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman expressed sorrow for the loss and said he believed Balaji's death was a suicide.
Trying to, read everything I could, as I'm sure you and others did too, about what happened. It looks like a suicide to me.
Why does it look like a suicide?
It was a gun he had purchased. It was this is like gruesome to talk about, but I read the whole medical record. Does it not look like one to you?
No, he was definitely murdered, I think. There were signs of a struggle, of course. The surveillance camera, the wires had been cut. He had just ordered takeout food, come back from a vacation with his friends on Catalina Island. No indication at all that he was suicidal. No note and no behavior. He had just spoken to a family member on the phone, and then he's found dead with blood in multiple rooms. So that's impossible. Seems really obvious he was murdered. Have you talked to the authorities about it?
I have not talked to the authorities about it.
And his mother claims he was murdered on your orders.
Do you believe that?
I'm asking.
You just said it. So do you believe that?
I think that it is worth looking into, and if a guy comes out and accuses your company of committing crimes, I have no idea if that's true or not, of course, and then is found killed and there are signs of a struggle, I don't think it's...
Altman's remarks were meant to settle speculation, but instead, they intensified it. Critics warned that corporate commentary could shape public perception before independent reviews were complete. Balaji's family publicly disputed the ruling. His mother and relatives insist the circumstances don't align with suicide, pointing to unexplained injuries, missing records, and toxicology inconsistencies. They've repeatedly called for greater transparency and further forensic testing.
21st, 1998, he celebrated his 26th birthday. 2-year-old Suchir. We took him to Half Moon Bay and he loved it. And this is a happy 3-year-old toddler. He was the bundle of joy. We went to Yosemite and he used to run ahead of us. 4-year-old preschool, he went on the complete handshake. Then this is our 5-year-old in Legoland.
A brilliant whiz kid, Suchir Balaji, summed up the above-average intelligent Indian growing up in the United States of America. He grew up and was groomed in the Silicon Valley to tech parents Purnima Ramarao and Balaji.
His Minecraft champ, he got his mom to buy him, but this guy was the smartest guy.
I've closely examined the crime scene photographs. I've seen the autopsy pictures. I've seen the body. I've seen the reports given by the medical examiner's office. And after all these observations, I did give my report on the crime scene and the autopsy. A lot of observations I put, which has been handed over to even Tucker Carlson, and also the report was forwarded to the FBI.
Suchir's WebGPT research paper turned into ChatGPT that he's taking and selling around the world. And for such an employee, he should be spending money per investigation. He should be gearing up the police to help us do the investigation. We didn't talk to him because we know the complete truth. We know his personality from Suchir. So when he offered to talk to us, we didn't talk to him. And also, another statement he makes is, people who commit suicide, they eat dinner.
I heard that. I have the exact quote. Wait, I have the exact quote. He says, people order food they like before they commit suicide. I'm not kidding. He actually said, Sam Altman says, people order food they like before they commit suicide. Now, the reason why, there is a video of Suchir coming through the elevator. There's food in his hand. He gets his dinner perhaps. And he seems completely normal, casual, enters the residence. That's the last time we see him. No, that's exactly what even the interviewer was asking him. He's completely normal. And then Sam Altman says, people order food they like before they commit suicide.
So, you know what people are telling me in Twitter? They're saying, mother should test that food. What was mixed in this food? Why is he talking about the food? You know what I'm saying, right? It's controversial. If he brings something like that, then he knows more than what we know. Everything he's speaking points to things that he knows more than what we know. And he says Suchir was a friend. No, Suchir was not his friend. We can dispute it based on his journal. We can dispute it based on what he shared with his friend during the last week of his life. And HR has written a letter. In this email, they say, Sam never interacted with Suchir directly. How can he call him a friend?
After I saw the interview of Salman Altman with Tucker Carlson, what I noticed some strangeness in the interview was, though Sam Altman was Suchir's employer and he boasts of Suchir being a so-called colleague, but I didn't notice the role he played as an employer or a colleague. That is, he would have extended all assistance for this particular case to be reinvestigated. That which I don't see the active role he played in this direction.
A bright student in his 20s, Suchir Balaji was considered a genius in the American tech and AI circles. Even before the AI boom hit us, the technology he was working on has today shaken up billions of people around the world, changing how we live, work and think. Look at these videos, for example. They have all been generated by artificial intelligence. Videos created from the photos available of Suchir Balaji and from his younger days. Everyone loved him. He was brave. Did his bravery then do him in?
His Minecraft champ, he got his mom to buy him, but this guy was the smartest guy.
Signs of struggle. Food half eaten at the dining table. House ransacked. It's suspicious. Were contract killers hired to silence Suchir Balaji in San Francisco?
Authorities, however, have not reopened the case and maintain there is no evidence of foul play. The Altman interview reignited a volatile conversation. Tech commentators, ethicists, and online voices quickly divided. Within hours, online forums polarized. Data scientists dissected his research trail, while conspiracy channels amplified unverified claims. Opinion spread faster than verified fact, a pattern familiar in our digital age. When a senior executive speaks on a contested death, three forces collide: an institutional voice, a grieving family, and a watching public. Media ethicists warn that such statements can shape the record long before facts are settled. The intersection of corporate narrative and personal tragedy exposes a tension unique to our age, where algorithms quantify grief before evidence can breathe. We present both voices, Altman's public statement and the family's counterclaims, not to take sides, but to record how each shaped public understanding. Altman spoke in September 2025. The family continues to seek further review. Both accounts are now part of the verified public record. As this investigation moves forward, two realities now exist. One digital, one emotional, each struggling to overwrite the other. And somewhere between data and doubt, the human story waits to be believed. Next, in our final episode, we return to the files themselves, newly surfaced records, independent analysis, and the digital footprints that may finally reveal what Suchir Balaji was trying to expose.
You're watching Truth in Shadows, the State Crime Archives, where we uncover the darkest crimes, the betrayals of trust, and the stories hidden in the margins of public record. Here, every crime leaves a shadow, and every shadow tells the truth. If you're drawn to true crime told with depth, honesty, and cinematic detail, subscribe now. Like this video, share it, and join us as we explore cases where justice and deception collide.